Hi, I'm Dawn Davis for Around Town Bensalem, a production of Bensalem Community Television. Today brings us to Faust Elementary, which is one of 6 elementary schools located in Bensalem Township, and actually one of the first, being that if you look at the cornerstone dedication being 1956, you know, post-World War II saw the expansion of the suburbs and a need for many schools as young families were moving out to this area, and what was once a sleepy farming community became what we see it today over the course of 40 years. And as the neighborhood sprang up, more schools were needed. Now, here in the western part of Bensalem, this is known as Nottingham. This neighborhood was built in 1954 and continues to exist and thrive. And Samuel K. Faust is one of the schools that gets a huge mixture of its student body from single homes, from the surrounding apartments, and there is truly a great need here in a lot of areas. Now, today we're going to talk about the need for new playgrounds here at Faust. The playgrounds are totally dilapidated. They are in need of upgrade to current parks and recreation standards. And we're just going to take you on a little bit of tour here and interview some of the teachers and the children and get their feel for the new playground at Samuel K. Faust Elementary.
My name is Max. I'm in 4th grade at Samuel K. Faust Elementary. My favorite part of school is math class, but I love recess. Everyone loves recess. But we have a problem. Our school needs a new playground. Our playground is very, very old. I've been to a lot of playgrounds and I have never seen a playground as bad as ours. Not many kids can play on the equipment at one time, and the playground equipment we do have is falling apart. If I was rich, I would fix this playground. I would make it special just like my school. It would have lots of good swings and many sliding boards. We need new basketball hoops in different sizes because a lot of us are not 5 foot tall. My mom says that I will not be at Faust Elementary long enough to see a new playground built. I hope my mom is wrong. Can you please help us?
It's my pleasure to be here with 2 of the individuals who are spearheading this project for the new playground at Faust Elementary and heading up the Faust Fest along with many other members and volunteers. I'm here with Drorah Johnson, who is a 4th grade teacher, reading an ESL teacher, and also Mr. Leland Felt, and he really is been the driving force, the total tornado behind this initiative. So number 1, welcome to what we call Around Town Bensalem.
Thank you for coming.
Now, Leland, I'm going to start with you first. I know the history, and I know that a lot of this is very personal to you. It has been driven by your wife, Angela, who is now in heaven, and I want you to talk a little bit about how this all came to be.
Well, when Angela passed away, we certainly wanted something in lieu of flowers, and that's how this whole thing actually started. We said in lieu of flowers we would like funds to be directed towards Faust Elementary School, without any real plan in mind other than to improve her library. That she was a librarian here at Faust. But within a very short period of time, we collected $15,000, and within basically a week of her funeral, we decided to form a memorial fund that could then increase, as it was continuing to do, towards something even greater based on the needs of the school. And when we asked Mrs. Whistler, who was the new principal at that point, what the school needed most, there was just no question. It was a new playground.
I'm here with Ryan, who is what grade are you in? He's a 5th grader here at Faust Elementary. And Ryan, tell me what a new playground would mean to you coming to school each and every day.
A new playground would mean a lot to my school because we found this for a lot of years, and it would mean a lot because We need more basketball nets. We need a soccer field, and we need new swings and a dongle gym.
Debbie, I know that you've been a teacher here for quite some time, and you're involved in many, many things, too many things. We don't know how to say no.
Just enough.
I read a book that I just told her about that says and I told Darren about it too, that when I say no, I feel guilty. It's a great book. If there's anybody out there that has too many things on their plate and feel guilty, it's a good read. But Debbie, from your perspective as a teacher and seeing these children day in and day out, and when they come out here, what are they coming out to?
Well, we usually have 4 classes at a time. It could be 100 students, and there's not much for them to do. You get a few children that play on this, a few children will play on the swings, and most of them just run around on the blacktop, and kids get hurt because there's not enough room. The swings, another thing that has been here since I was in school. So they're rusted. It's sad for the children. They need something so that they can do more exercise, get around, and especially nowadays because kids are overweight.
Now, Max, I'm going to come down to you. What would a new playground mean to you as a student here at Faust?
As a student here, it would mean a lot to me because our school right now doesn't have a lot of money, and it would make our playground much better.
You know, it's true. It certainly is about the money, and we're gonna get into that a little bit later. There's actually 2 phases of improvements, and I'm going to let Leland speak to that.
Well, when you look at a playground such as this, you realize that the kids don't get much of a workout from it. And certainly with the rate of obesity tripling within the last generation, especially amongst adolescents and elementary school children, you're looking at a need for equipment that is truly going to give them a physical workout. And every child, according to all the statistics you read, needs a minimum of 60 minutes a day of, well, a combination of free play, in other words, creating their own, and physical play, which so much of the equipment that we've chosen to recommend to the school board for erection within this piece of property, certainly is going to do that. And that's how it was selected.
Well, and Faust has one of the larger areas of land upon which to do this playground. And in doing the research for the piece, and as you started to touch on, Leland, the importance of playgrounds is just paramount at a school. I mean, it's more than the physical activity. It's about social skills. It's about thinking and problem solving. It's about quiet time. It's about interaction amongst the students, not just on the monkey bars or the swings, but they can just come together in a way that improves their, as I stated earlier, their social skills and how they deal with one another. The playground equipment, of course, is the catalyst that brings them out here, and then their teachers and then themselves bring them together for the purposes of the exercise, the social skill, and all of those things that are necessary. Osvaldo, did I get it right?
Yeah.
All right, that makes me proud. Okay, so Osvaldo, what would a new playground here, and not only 1, 2 playgrounds, what would that mean to you coming to school every day?
A lot because, we can't play in, a lot of equipment, and we need, and they're all messed up.
So it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
So, because I remember I used to come down here as a kid, and the monkey bars, I used to swing on those monkey bars. I used to be pretty good at it. A couple times I fell off of them. I don't even know if they're still out there. Are they?
Yes.
Monkey bars, okay. I can imagine, and I'm not going to reveal my age, even though most people know it since the last newsletter, but they've been up there for at least 60 years, I would imagine. So, the equipment is outdated. It doesn't even meet standards that are required. Now, coming up real quick, we are taping on Wednesday, May 23rd. On June 2nd, we have a fabulous event taking place here called the Faust Fest. Now, Debbie, it's up to you.
Thank you. Our day will begin with a 5K 1-mile walk, in which people may go to the Angela M. Felt memorialfund.org to register. After that, we'll be having a festival out here in the playground from 11 until 3, where we'll have food from Texas Roadhouse. We will also have games and prizes. We have the mummers scheduled to come. We have a dunk tank where the teachers and several other members of the community will be in. We have a cotton candy machine. We have a canine demo, a fire demo. We have Zumba, lollipop tree. Stories by Mr. George, who actually we found at Barnes & Noble, and then we found out that here he was a friend of Lee and Angela's.
Lots of fun. Duck pond, goldfish game, milk bottle tossed, game and ride.
We got over. We saw it at the Fall Festival this year, and we spoke with them, and they're coming here to help us as well.
And, you know, it's just going to be a great day. If it's weather like today, the weather's your best friend when you have events like this. Now, in the past, they had a very successful beef and beer. They raised close to $20,000. These grassroots endeavors are what, you know, teamwork is all about. It might be slow, but they're getting there, and it is for the children. And I know Mayor DiGirolamo and Council are very supportive of this initiative. When you see the cool T-shirts that they have for the 5K run, that's courtesy of Mayor DiGirolamo and Council, as that is their support for this event. Plus, they'll be in attendance. I'll be here. We're all going to be here. It's going to be a great day. It's going to help with the dream of having a new playground here at Faust Elementary, which, if you didn't know, is at 2901 Bellevue Drive here in the good old Nottingham section of Bensalem. So, Mill, what would a new playground mean to you coming here to Faust every day?
Feel good, because if you fall somewhere on the blacktop, you can get a busted up head or anything, and a new playground will make it a lot more safe.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Very wise. Well, to these young gentlemen here at Faust, we appreciate you coming on camera, and you did a fantastic job. And we need to do this. We need to do this for the kids here at Faust.
I think the only thing that really needs to be said is the amount of unbelievable community support that we've received, certainly through the mayor, through the Senator Tomlinson, and Representative DiGirolamo. The support has just been beyond expectation, as well as other community organizations, certainly the Rotaries, certainly the Kiwanis, in which we are in sponsorship, fiscal sponsorship with the Kiwanis, because they have experience of building a playground already in this community.
Yes, they do. The good old Imagination Land, which is one of our most popular playgrounds.
Much less all of the volunteers that we've had, and I'm talking about prior students of Angela that she had here that are at high school level in some cases right now, and including also one of the legislative aides to Senator Tomlinson, who was also one of her library aides, Sean Schaefer. So,
oh, sure, we deal with Sean every day.
Yep. Yep. So these are the kinds of things I have to mention. Sunny Patel, who designed our entire website, did all of the video work for us relevant to the videos that we use in our presentations to community organizations, as well as to other foundations when we go grant writing and things of that sort. Again,
that's a huge team, and a team that works. Debbie?
I just would like to see everyone come out and support us on June 2nd. Anyone that knows me knows that I will do anything for the children here, and I actually started with the PTG here when my daughter was in, I guess, 6th grade. She was actually the one that came up with the idea that we should start putting money together for our playground. And it was a small token if we were able to put aside $50 a year. But it's nice knowing that we've come as far as we have because of Lee. And it's nice to know that those children that started with that eventually are actually going to come back and support us and work the day of the fair as well.
Absolutely. So I extend the invitation to the community. Come out on June 2nd. You're looking for something wonderful to do and to support a great cause. So maybe your kids don't go to Faust. So what? it's still a part of the Bensalem community. Faust is one of 6 elementary schools here in the Bensalem Township, and actually, it's one of the first. Samuel K. Faust was he was actually the head of the high school, who at that time was at the old Cornwells, which is now the School Lane Charter School, and I believe that was from 1923 until he was laid to rest in 1940, actually at the Beechwood Cemetery at Huonville and Byberry Road, which was, before it was the Beechwood Cemetery, it was actually called the Larzalier Cemetery. Bensalem is just filled with so much history, but that's for another show. Well, that brings us to the conclusion of this segment of Around Town Bensalem. I'm sitting on what they consider to be the old original playground here at Faust Elementary. Now, running parallel to me, behind me, is Street Road. And what's interesting about this initiative, too, that I failed to mention in our piece, is that the new playground will actually also be, one of the new playgrounds will actually be open to the entire community. It won't just be for the students of Faust Elementary. It'll be open to the public for public use, similar to the Imagination Land playground. So I feel that that's an initiative for the people of Bensalem and beyond to help with this project and to attend the Faust Fest. So with that being said, I'm Dawn Davis for Bensalem Community Television, Around Town Bensalem. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.